Hey, so I just want to make sure that you know today, especially, that you're not alone because we are getting some funky energy coming through. We've got lots of uh, geostorm activity, so some significant solar flares happening. The Schumann is spiking, so Mother Gaia's heartbeat is active. And we have the solar eclipse that's happening tomorrow as well. So we have all of this energy, and apparently now we have the two moon thing to think about as well. So we have all this energy coming in, and it's interesting because Spirit is saying to me, divide and conquer with this energy. And here's the thing, you know, many times on this path, on this journey, I wish and pray that I wasn't an empath, because we feel everything. Like, we feel absolutely everything. We feel everybody else's stuff. We feel this planet stuff. We feel the astral stuff. We feel fucking everything. And we can easily get stuck on things. So empaths have to work extra hard to get ourselves out of the funk, right? Like, we literally, because our antennas are like on, and don't please, and I'm great. It's awesome if you happen to be, an elevated empath or whatever you want. That's like, you can do all the things and you've figured out how to rise above it. That's awesome. But for the majority of us, if we're being real about stuff, yeah, we feel everything. And I'm just going to share this because this is coming through, because I have lots of people that will say that they're an empath and that they feel everything, but they've learned how to blah, 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 blah. Now they don't. Energetically, those people feel different. So I read frequency. I read frequency for a living. And there are certain people who are very closed energetically. Now, that may be, like an adaptive thing, a protective thing. But just for the record, you are not an empath when you are closed energetically. You are not an empath. As empaths, we are open energetically. If I was closed energetically, I would not be able to read the energy that I do. I also wouldn't feel all of the stuff that I do. Can I shut that off? Sure. I could take some pharmaceuticals. I could smoke a joint. I could drink a beer. I can shut all that stuff off, but I don't. And my guidance team doesn't let me do it, because if I try to do that stuff, it just backfires and I feel even worse. So for those of us out there who are the true empaths, who really, really are the empaths, we are feeling so much right now. We're feeling a collection of everybody's energy. So we have to work harder to get ourselves out of the funk. And our biggest obstacle by far is our mind. Our mind, our thoughts, they get stuck, right? And so I was asking Spirit just for some guidance on this as to how do we break these patterns? How do we get ourselves out? How do we because as a fully aligned empath, we are powerful beings, right? We hold the most amount of light. We're able to transfer energy. We're able to transmute energy. We're able to clear space. We have fucking magical powers. But when we are out of alignment, we can very easily fall into victim mode. We can very easily fall into fear mode. We can very easily just, the deer in the headlights, stuck, not moving, not shifting, not changing. And I'm finding with these energy waves that are coming through, they're giving us like a little bit of it all. Like, literally, one moment you're inspired and you're feeling connected, and you're like yesterday I've got a workshop that I'm going to be pumping out to you guys. So watch for that, because this will be good for us. And I was like in spirit, and I was being guided, and they were giving me the content and filling it up, and stopped doing that, went and did some human stuff, and sunk like down into the mud, right? Like right into the mud. Had moments where I was angry, where I was crying, where I was like in victim energy, like all throughout the day, right? And it's these clearings, because it's like literally like if I was able to just be a normal person, and not feel the collective energy that's happening right now. This planet is whack. Like it's whack, whack, whack. If I was able to not feel everything, then I feel like I wouldn't have all those dips all the time, right? I'd be able to stay in my own lane. I'd be able to do my own thing. But obviously there's a part of my energy source that's being used for other things. I would like it not to be, because I'd like to just put my blinders on and I would like to just stay in my own lane. So I guess this is where we go back to the old teachings, because even though we are in the new times, the old teachings do help. So we go back to the meditation gurus, the teachings of the mindfulness, the teachings of the calling back our power, the being centered, heart-centered. All of that stuff does work. It works. But our minds can be very powerful, right? And so Spirit was just showing me as an example, because everything breaks down to frequency. It all breaks down to frequency. Everything emits a frequency. And either we're attracted to it or we are not attracted to it. And the things that we're attracted to is because we carry that frequency within ourselves. So there's that like that's the resonance, right? They call it the resonance. So just as an example, they showed me there are certain songs that we really like, right? There's, and when you're in a certain frequency, a certain state of mind, you're attracted to a certain song, right? Do you ever feel like that? Like when you're in like party mode where you feel like you want to get up and dance, there's like certain music that you'll put on and play. Or if you're kind of like feeling sad, there's music that you'll play. So we're attracted to these frequencies, and then we play these songs, which then amplify the frequencies even more. So as an example, if we're feeling sad about something and then we put up some songs that make us feel sad, we increase that frequency within us, and then that becomes a theme, right? It becomes literally how we begin to experience everything. So if that's the case, and this is the thing Spirit said to us, is that we have our favorite songs. We tend to go to our favorite songs. And why do we go to the favorite songs even when they make us feel like shit? Because we know all the words to the song. Because we have this familiarity with the music, with that song. And so that's why we go to it. So they're showing us now that try something new. We need to try something new because, again, we're breaking those patterns. We're trying to get out of breaking those patterns. And there's going to be a lot of funky stuff that's going on for the next little while, like funky energetically today, I'm telling you. And I mean, it's October 1st, so the veil gets thinner October 1st. Energetic, normally this starts between realms, right? Between dimensions, it becomes much thinner. And so those of us that are energetically sensitive and empaths, especially those if you're psychic or mediums, we're definitely picking up on all of the realms, right? The portals, the openings, the energetic rips, the tear, all that stuff, we're feeling it. So it's kind of like the energetic doors open, right? And so all kinds of energy can fly through. This requires some work, right? This requires us to keep our frequencies up. It requires us to stay in the light. It requires us to stay heart-centered. And there's going to be a lot of beings that are going to be trying to pull us down into their frequency. We're going to have to work extra hard to stay in the light. So I just wanted to let you guys know this is going on. It's lots. But we are the light. Remember, 144,000 of us hanging together, being strong, holding that light up for everybody. So make sure that you know and you remember who you are. Remember to stay in the light, follow the light, and support your brothers and sisters through all of this. Because navigational stuff is going to be a little bit rough for a little while. But I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm sending you huge blessings and I'm holding space and holding light for us all.